All right.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Anyway,
For the record, Mike Wheeler was number one. He's first.
Mike Wheeler. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Disney Nerd Herders. Not quite ready for prime time live stream. Woo! We need fancy noise. Yeah. Tonight we have
I don't want to press.
a very interesting topic we're going to be discussing with our friends. A little help from our friends.
I think it's exciting.
Driving to Walt Disney World.
Yes.
And the pros and cons. And tonight we have Jim from More Sunshine, please.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me, guys.
There.
Right here. And then we have Meredith from the Duphily crew down here. And then we have Mouse Crew. Mouse.
The Mouse Crew. That's
What Melissa from
the
Mouse?
mishmash of Duphily.
Hello, crew members.
Duphily Crew and Mouse talk together.
How you doing, guys?
Hello, thanks for having us.
Again.
Hello.
We got to turn you up. All right, so let's hit the.
We'll see who's in the chat.
Let's see who's in the
Welcome
chat,
everybody
shall
first.
we? Mike Wheel is first.
Let me do this for you.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, Jack. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Chat check, yeah. Our fancy chat check. Russ Stapleton's in the house. Welcome, Russ. Welcome, Mike Wheeler.
Yes.
All right, he was first. He was actually, let's see, he was first. Okay. This our dream. Russ Stapleton. Daddy-O, welcome. And thanks for retweeting, Daddy-O. Pam's fam, welcome. Craig's Robotics, welcome. Anybody else? Cricket Fox, all the way from Australia, welcome. Hope you guys are staying safe out in Australia.
Yeah. The
A
fires.
A lot of fires over
Oh
there.
my god.
A lot of fires.
If I didn't have a job, I'd go out there and try to help all the animals. Well, the people
Yeah.
too, but you know.
Oh,
Animal
People
people.
and animals.
Animal people.
The people can fight for themselves.
And there goes the stream, Melissa.
Well,
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Lawsuits are in the way, unmailed.
AJC Magic TV, welcome in, Amy. Jamie's in here too.
Hi, Jamie.
And Laura, I saw Laura. I don't know. if you
Laura's in
went
here
to Laura.
too. I didn't see
Yeah.
Laura.
I want to say
welcome
hi
in.
to
Yeah,
Mom
there
and
he
Dad.
is.
Mom and Dad might be watching.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, everybody else.
Did you say Pam's fam?
Yes, Pam's
Okay.
fam. Welcome
All right,
in, guys.
here we go.
Awesome. So tonight we're going to be picking our good friends' brains because we're going to be driving.
The plan is to drive.
The plan. We're like 99% chances we are driving this year. Hopefully a little bit better than that guy.
Are we taking that road?
Hopefully our car is a
It
little
looks
bit
like
better
DC.
shape than that too. And the roads. That'd be nice.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk about the challenges
Yes,
and
the challenge.
preparation and
Yes.
all that fun stuff, I think.
All that fun stuff. You always seem like you're like 2 feet behind me. You gotta scooch up.
Maybe you have a big head.
I do have a big head. I have a really big head. Oh. That's
Is that
better. Look at
better?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
are
look at
we
it. Nice
even?
and proportionate now.
Okay.
There, a little bit better.
But first, what are we going to do? We're going to go over our Christmas cards.
Oh, sure.
It's a little late.
We're gonna do quick Christmas cards because I know that Oh shoot, this one's loaded.
Oh, that's right.
So we got this one. I don't want to open it up.
So when we sent the Christmas cards, we put little Mickey ear confetti type stuff.
And look at this. This one's loaded, waiting to explode. It has Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse's houses in there. This one's from Mickey Sightings.
Mickey settings, yes.
Yep, and there's lots of little Mickey ears and stuff inside
And they
there.
also gave their business card.
Yeah,
which is always fun.
Which is always
I
fun.
love
Yep.
getting these things.
Cool. And then, of course, we got one from the Shep family.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you, Chef family. I know they're down in Disney right now. I think they're about to play some mini golf. And then who's these people? Christmas wishes from, this is from Carlos, the Disney World freak. Christmas wishes. We met him when we met Shep and Steve down in Massachusetts. We had pizza with them.
Yes, that was fun.
And this is from Mark Way Up.
Yes.
He's out in Sumter, Oregon.
Nice.
They have so much cool stuff that he does.
Nice.
Lots of snow, lots of
Yeah.
Let's get the Budweiser.
woodsy stuff.
D&G Explorers just joined us. Hi,
Someone
guys.
might recognize this
Yes, we gotta
one.
play this one again.
This fancy card from Walt and Melissa. Oh, do you guys? I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys want to show it.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's not too personal.
This-
so
the Social
this is from
Security-
Walt and Melissa.
The social security numbers are not on there.
No. It's very, very cool card. Thank you guys. Awesome. And we got this one from where is it?
Brandy and Dave.
Brandy Day. Yeah,
Aw.
there it is in the middle.
Brandy and Dave when they were younger.
Brandy Day.
That's not funny.
And then we got Bob and Ashley. Thank you. Nice snowman.
Yeah.
And then this one looks like this one was homemade too.
Yes, it was.
This one looks like it was all painted.
Yes.
And this is from Samantha Paxton. Look at this, guys. This is like hand painted.
And it even says made by.
Made by Samantha Paxton.
I
Cool.
love
Awesome.
that.
Is that it?
Oh, and then
Oh,
we
then
got
from
a thank you.
these guys who are down in Florida right now. This and that crew. We have that's Brandy, Dave from Brandy and Dave. We got Steve, Shep, and Zip.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys for all the cards.
Yes.
Cool.
Man, all those people send their Christmas stuff out really early.
Or really late. No, that's those we've been
That's early for
we've been
next
holding
year.
those. No, we've been actually we've had some of those for
Yeah.
over a week now.
Yeah.
It's just that we didn't. Why didn't we do it last week? Oh, we forgot. Maybe
We forgot.
Yeah. That's our
Yeah.
fault. Not
That sounds like us.
our fault. All right. So where do you want to start, Stace?
Okay.
In the beginning.
From the beginning. That's right.
All right. So we have questions. You want to do our questions first?
If you want to,
And
and then
we can just go around the table, kind of thing.
yeah, and
And
if
they
you
can
guys ever want to,
answer.
you guys want to cut in and shower us with your no, go right ahead.
Well,
No,
what?
no.
Go. Your
You know now, man. In the know.
Knowledge.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. He's cray cray.
that's different.
Charlie, we're here.
All right, go ahead if you want.
Okay. Outward came in.
Kay Atwood, welcome. Kay Atwood and D&G Explorers 2.
I already said them. But that's okay.
D&G Explorers. What was I doing? Where was I?
That's the question.
I was
What
focusing
were
on
you
important
doing?
matters. Important
Tuning us
matters.
out like they love to do, Stacy.
We were sizing up our heads.
Was I?
No.
All right, then I will sit back here and you can run the show. I'm going to zip the lip.
Okay. So our first question is how many times have you driven to Disney and what ages were your kids when you've driven to Disney? You want to go like kind of clockwise or
Sure.
clockwise or
Yeah, sure. How about you, Jim? You driven quite a few times to Disney, or
Yeah, growing up, my family, we always drove. So if we went every other year, it was a car trip to Florida.
so you have the perspective of being the child as well as driving as an adult. to
Yes.
Disney.
uh,
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, driving to Florida in the back of a van in the 70s and 80s without a seatbelt, and it was just a big bounce house back there.
Mm.
My parents made sure that we always had something to do. There was a box of puzzles and books and all that stuff. So as kids, we were always entertained. There wasn't a lot of downtime. Now, today, with every kid having their own device, it's a different story. They can keep themselves entertained, I suppose. But
Yeah.
so I think as a kid, I must have done that. I don't really know the count. At least a half a dozen times, I think. And then now that I have my own family, we've actually only have made that drive when we go back to visit family in Michigan. We live in Florida now. I think we've done that twice.
Okay.
So, and it's for us. Our kids were, well, we just did it last year, the most recent time, but prior to that, I think it was our kids were maybe 10 and 12.
Okay.
And now they're last year they were 13 and 15, I guess.
Okay.
And then many of you know I have a daughter with special needs. Our daughter has Down syndrome as well as autism. So the first time we did it with her, we planned on stopping many times along the way, not doing too much driving at once. So we actually made the trip, the voyage, an adventure in itself. So we must have stopped 3 different times on the way there. So we stopped.
Do you mean when you say you stopped? Do you mean like overnight stops?
Yes, that's what I mean. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
So keeping that in mind, from when we drove up to Michigan, we took the coastal route. So we stopped in South Carolina one evening, and we stopped in Pennsylvania another evening. Oh, well, I'm sorry. That's not what you asked about. But so our kids, I told you our kids' ages. We've done it twice in the past 4 years or so. Sorry.
Okay.
How many hours is that drive, Jim?
I think if you were to add it up the way a normal family would, I think it's about 20.
That's a lot.
What if you weren't normal?
We're not. It takes 35 to 40 hours. So.
Okay.
20 hours.
I-
is a
So
lot.
I looked up it on Google Maps. Now, Meredith, you do this drive, right? And
Yep.
it's about 20 hours, or is
About
it
20
less?
hours,
Or...
yep. Yep.
Really?
We're not going the speed limit, so we're going a little above. But I'm going with the traffic. It's not going. We're not going 100, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
about
Yeah.
20. Without traffic. If there's traffic, then all bets are off.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping Google Maps was wrong.
No, it's
It's
20
saying
hours.
20?
Just saying
20
20.
hours.
Right, okay.
We usually split it, like try to do 15 the first day and then 5 the next day, so we get to Disney earlier. That's what we try to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So how often do you drive?
Myself,
Yeah.
or
Well,
how
for
many
the
times have we
family.
gone?
Down to Disney, I guess.
Well, the first time I went, I was 2 years old. It drove to Disney in a Volkswagen Beetle, so that was my first time. I was just potty trained at 2 years old, and that was interesting. But the first time we went as a family with our kid, Madison, was I think it was 2003, so she was just about 4. But we kind of said she was 3 because she was small. And then we've gone every year since then. Ronnie's first time, he was 2.5 months old. So I sat in the back seat with him, to feed him and all that stuff. We had to stop more because, obviously with a baby, you have to change them and everything.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, we've been doing it pretty much every year, almost twice a year.
So they grew up with that. So.
Yeah. So they're very easy. I mean, when they were little, I bought books and stuff, and because we didn't have iPads until after that. So mostly books and little toys, but most of them, they just look out the window or go to sleep. I mean, they're very
And-
easy. They don't complain. Now they have their phones and read
All the
books,
electronics. Yeah.
watch movies, but other than that, they're very easy. They're so used to it. So
Right.
Do you guys drive straight through?
no, we stop overnight. We usually drive about 15 hours. We probably get to South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe almost to Georgia. It depends if traffic wise going down, and we'll stay overnight and then go the rest the next day, and usually get there maybe 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We had to rush this time because we had the Christmas party on the Friday night.
Yeah.
And then after that, Ron got sick because he got dehydrated and went to AFib. So it was a whole,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
That
Yes,
had
we
to
were
be so
in the
crazy.
hospital for 2 days down there. So
Yeah.
that was interesting because I don't like to drive down there at Disney. It's crazy, and
Mm.
Florida people are nuts.
yes, they are nuts. Well,
Jim.
that's true. I fit right in. But, I just
Jim, she threw you under the bus. How about that?
No pun intended.
Drivers in Florida are crazy.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're based in Massachusetts too, so.
Yeah, I know. That's
But I
funny.
just don't like to, because I'm not familiar with the places. I don't usually pay attention. So, but he's okay now, and he's getting checked out at home. So, just a little hiccup. But we had to drink more, not just coffee, and soda. Drink more water. So, lesson learned: stop more, walk. Because he was like, when we stopped, it was like pit stop, NASCAR pit stop. All right, you go get me a coffee. You go to the bathroom, then be back at the car. Run. It is like he was losing time.
That sounds like someone I know.
Yeah.
Does he do all the driving? Do you just ride?
I just he mostly does the driving. I'll do South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, but I will not do New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia, all them crazy places. When it's just straight road, no getting off, then that's when I drive.
That's kind of like us.
Yeah. And then he's like, you watch this, watch that.
Mhm.
All right. Well, Melissa, now you guys are down. I imagine you're down. Well, you've disclosed this, so you're down.
We're below you.
Yeah.
So we're only
down
about
there.
We're closer.
13 hours.
Closer. How much closer are you in hours to
A
how far
lot,
away
to
you
be honest
guys-
with you. We're probably about 13 to 14 hours according to Google.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't take him that long.
It doesn't take us that long, but that's another story. But
That means we're 7 hours away from them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
probably.
my family lives in southern Maine, right on the border of New Hampshire, and it takes a good 8 hours. So figuring you guys are in Mass, it would take us 7 hours to get to you from where we're at. So that's
Yeah,
definitely
I
right.
say usually
we're close to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
when we've driven down before, is there some like big smokestack that has Baltimore on it or something?
Mhm.
That it takes us like 7 hours to get to that smokestack.
That's right.
Yep.
So-
I don't remember the smoke.
Hey, you're going right by where we live when you do that. We're about
Yeah,
5
pretty
minutes from
much.
that
So
smokestack.
you need
Oh,
to stop.
We are. We're like
Yeah.
5 minutes from that smokestack. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No way.
Yeah.
So you,
But
yeah, straight off.
We never. First off, we never went to Disney as children. Neither of us. We didn't go to Disney till I was 25,
Yeah.
and you were what, 21?
It was a little later than that then, because Walter was 2, and I had him when I was 21. So
It was
I was
1998. Yeah, 27. I was
23 and
27.
27.
So we didn't go till late. So, and normally what we did was we would always fly. But the last 3 trips we've taken down there, we've driven both ways, obviously, up and back.
He did.
Yeah, I did. And the kids are, of course, older.
Yeah.
Walter's 23, Mason's 18. So,
And they were a little younger when we first went, but like a year.
yeah,
or so,
but,
too.
right.
Mhm.
But they've always been older as we did it. So, it's good that we have a variety of people that did it with, younger children. And then, of course, we are on the other end with the older children. So,
And there are pros and cons. I think sometimes the older children sometimes get more impatient than the little kid, depending on the situation.
I'm sure we'll get to that. But, you know what? It doesn't take, I don't know. That was ours. We've done it 3 times so far and always as they were older.
Okay.
So,
And you guys doing it in one shot, right? You guys aren't stopping overnight, or are you?
we try.
We
I
did
mean,
occasionally.
we really try to get through it as quickly as possible. We just go, and it's like, let's just get there. So we'll stop for bathroom breaks, obviously, but we're not stopping overnight.
We did one time. It depends when we're able to
Oh, that's right.
leave.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Yes, when we moved Mason down, we stopped in South Carolina. We were like Florence.
It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we literally slept for 4 hours. We went to like the cheapest hotel room ever, just stopped, slept for about 4 to 5 hours, and he got us up at like 6 a.m. and we were
off
back on
again.
the road. So just enough. And this last time, though, Walt and I pulled an overnighter. We didn't leave until 8 o'clock at night because we had to work, and we drove through the night and got to Florida at about 8:30 in the morning. And stopped at a rest stop and took like a 30-minute cat nap. So it might be dangerous. Maybe that's not a good idea. But we did okay. And then we just, got to Mason's place, took a 3-hour nap, and went straight to Disney.
So
That was
we've
a whirlwind.
We have driven to Disney World
like in our 20s.
back when, before the kids, we've driven probably 4 or 5 times maybe.
Yeah, and straight shot. We didn't stay over.
We used to do it, straight shot, and
but we were much younger.
yeah, and
Right.
And no kids.
Well, we used to drive down her family. Her sister lives in Venice, who sounds exactly like Meredith, by the way. Just throwing that out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You remind me of her so much. But so we've done that in 22 hours, and I used to drive straight through. We
Mhm.
used to do that.
And one time
But-
we did park and
I'm
take
not-
a quick hour nap at a pit stop.
Yeah, one time we did have to do.
But there was a police. Remember, I think there was a police officer in
It was
that
a safe
area.
looking place.
So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we felt a pity.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. So we've done straight through, but I'm not 20 anymore,
Right.
obviously. And so, all right. So the plan this year, which is becoming more and more less likely, we're planning on leaving on a Thursday night after work and driving straight through and arriving Friday afternoon, so we can check in and then crash once we're there. But I'm not sure how that's going to work
Mm.
That's a
anymore
long-
because it's kind of a long drive, especially after working.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
were working a
Doing
full
that.
day.
But
What-
then again, we're gonna have you and Sophie's she's older, she can stay up with you too. But I'm just trying to think that through, you know.
Mm.
But we're trying to.
It might be good with the kids because they'll sleep through most of it. You know, at night they'll probably fall asleep. But then again, they might be so excited that you know.
Yeah.
I know the
You're
kids.
used to staying up long
What's
hours.
the longest that the kids have been in the car for?
About 5 hours.
5 hours tops.
It was last summer, and that was going up to Maine.
Okay.
It should only take an hour and a half to get up to Agunquit from our house, right?
Right.
And we were 5 hours stuck in traffic.
Right.
Kidding.
Yeah, it was some
What
stupid
a
weekend.
nightmare.
Something was going on, and it was like insane.
Yeah,
so.
and Avery was
I
already.
grew up at a Gunkwit Beach in York Beach.
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I remember you
Wells.
mentioning that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, we're trying to save on costs for the trip.
Because we want to go down, and the plan is to go down in August and then November again for the Halloween. Well, no, for the August we're gonna be able to hit the Halloween party because we're going late August.
Yeah.
and it starts so early now.
Yeah.
And
Are you staying on property?
Yes.
Yeah, right now we're staying at the Pop, but we might try to. We'll see what type of annual pass rate we get. We might go up to the Caribbean Beach.
Nice.
And then, especially after they just announced that the Pop Century buses are going on the hour now instead of.
Oh, I
It
didn't
just
hear that.
took me off.
Oh my God.
Because
That's
of
great.
the,
Skyliner is very fast. Though. Very fast.
Is that because of the Skyliner?
yeah?
Yeah.
Because of
And so they're
Skyliner.
encouraging more people to take the Skyliner.
Wow.
It was very fast because we were there at Epcot at the end of the night, and there was a long line for the Skyliner. And between the line and back to the Pop, 30 minutes. So it was very quick.
Was
That
it?
was
It's continuous. It never stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never stops.
It's cool.
Well, it
It
does
never
stop.
stops.
And it gives me a heart attack because I don't want to be stuck in there. But it only stops for a few minutes and then it goes. But it
Yeah,
does.
for everyone that's leaving, there's another one coming in. So
As long as it doesn't crash, right?
Right. Well, when you go into the station, it feels like a car sometimes. It's like,
Yeah, when it comes to the end, it's, so, it's like,
it's like, yes, slow down, please.
it's weird, but it's cool. That's
Oh, we're the only ones who haven't ridden.
the windows not open. You notice that one of the window we didn't figure out how to open the windows, and it wasn't that hot out. It was only 70s and overcast. But when the windows weren't open, it was hot in there. So
ours were already open, so I didn't even.
there was only one open, and like I need more breeze. I was like sweating. So I don't know how it's going to be in the heat, you know, and the hot sun, because it was always overcast when we were down there, pretty much when we took it.
Gotta say hi to some people. Noah's in the house.
So our chat wasn't
Noah.
moving.
Our chat wasn't moving.
It wasn't moving, so that's how we missed. So Disney World Freak. I don't know if you saw
Carlos, what's going on, everyone? Disney World Freak.
Yeah.
Carlos and Noah, and we did get Russ, right?
Yeah.
Russ said something that. What did he say? He
Oh,
said
about the buses.
90% of the time driven with 2-year-old and up, and they are great passengers. The 60-plus-year-old in-laws are the.
That is funny. Laura says she hits 95.
That's great.
Oh, so Carlos says they've done it. They do it straight, 21 to 22 hours. I drive about 18
Yeah.
hours of it. So
Okay.
I think Carlos
He's not
was
that far
in-
from us.
Well, he was Rhode Island, right? Or Providence?
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
Rhode
know.
Island. He was in Rhode Island, so maybe he's over more east or something for some reason. Maybe it takes him longer. I wouldn't think it would take him that long, but maybe they drive the speed limit.
I'm assuming you're going to do 95 straight down, right?
Yeah, we'll be doing 95.
We'll be doing 55, sir.
Oh,
All
wait.
the way.
No, I mean I-95.
The Route 95. You
Oh.
know?
No, I mean I-95.
Yes,
Exactly.
95.
There's some that we get off to cut off some certain traffic areas.
Mhm.
Just whatever
Yeah.
they're
We do whatever the interstate is. So if it's I-95, that's the speed limit we go. If it's I-70, we do 70. And if it's I-695, get out of the way.
Then he slows way down when he reaches Orlando and he hits I-4.
4 miles an hour. Well, you're only going 4 miles an hour on I-4 anyway.
Yeah.
Like, that's a nightmare.
I-4 is like literally 4.
Stand still.
It's
Yeah.
4 miles an hour. Oh my God.
terrible.
Oh
Almost
my
as
God,
bad as
that's so
Virginia.
funny.
That's funny. So are you guys going down for like a week on your August trip? So it's going to be your longer trip?
It's a longer one.
Yeah.
It takes.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I'm-
So that way driving is more, I think it's more worth it if you do have more time to stay. If it's a
Yeah.
short trip, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, I wouldn't be driving if it was just a week. That would be
Okay.
That'd be wasting. Yeah, I
Right.
think
Basically 2
again,
days.
even if we do somehow drive all the way through,
Mhm.
you're gonna get there wiped out, and you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sleep for freaking 6 hours anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I figured that if we drive right through, we could always hang at the hotel. If you need to take a nap and the kids want to just walk around the hotel, we can do that. You know,
Right.
we don't have to rush to Disney that night or that day. You know.
And that's the thing. When you do these drives, that's what you have to plan. You have to plan saying, okay, now we've driven. Is our plan to go straight to the parks, or are we going to take a nap? Are we going to rest that first day? Have that first day kind of planned as to what you're going to do, because you're right. More than likely, you're going to need at least a few hour nap because after that long drive, because it takes a lot out of you. I mean, that's what we did. We knew going in we were going to get there about 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and we were going to take at least a 4-hour nap before we went over to the parks.
You took
So-
a 3-hour nap.
Nah, it was. Was it? I don't remember.
3 hours.
Yeah, I think.
But
I
but
think
the nice thing when you get there, you have that adrenaline, you're excited. It isn't so
Yeah.
bad.
Right.
You know, and we worked on very little sleep the next couple days, and then I had to come back 2.5 days later. So he got to drive back without me. I got to fly home. So I got lucky. Except that I had to go to work. So
Right. So, but yep.
All right. Did we miss anybody?
No, I think so. The chat didn't move, so we missed.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so your question that you had was how much recovery time needed after the drive.
Yeah.
3
Well,
hours.
it's-
Now, I think it depends on the person.
Mhm.
Everybody's different. Yeah, I mean,
Also-
it really depends on the person. I think for me, I could do it. I could have went straight to the parks, even after all that drive. I could have done it. But
really?
Melissa needs at least 3, 4, 5 hours sleep.
8, 9.
Yeah, I mean, so it's going to depend on the person. Everybody's different.
Right. The kids might need a break too.
Yeah, I think it really just depends on the person. For me,
He
anyway.
sleeps and breathes Disney. So if any chance he can get to be there, he'll forego sleep easily.
Like I can picture me and Sophie being ready to hit the parks.
Yeah.
I can picture you needing a nap, and I can picture Avery needing a break. You know.
Yeah.
So like me and Sophie, if we have it in our heads, okay, we're gonna just hang out at the hotel and walk around or whatever. We'll do that, you know.
It's
And it gives you the opportunity for you to nap. And however, if you only nap for 3 hours, then we'll hit a park. If you have to do 6,
And I think Jim and Meredith would agree. It also depends on how long you're down there. We knew with this last trip, for me, it was a short trip. So I felt like we were wasting time if we were taking a nap.
Right.
But you're going for 2 weeks. So,
Yeah.
taking a day or half the day, you're good because you're going to be down there for a while.
Disney Springs. We usually go when we get there, go have lunch in Disney Springs, do some shopping, maybe hit a park later on after a nap or so.
Mhm.
Just for nighttime. It depends if we're tired or not, but we had plenty of time. But this last time we had to go to the Christmas party, so we had to go to a park, and then we were there late. So, but we planned on the next day to sleep in. We were going to go to Hollywood Studios, but then we switched things around. We had to get there early for that. Push things around. You know.
Yeah, we did Christmas party, Hollywood Studios. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So I know that
So Laura and Jamie are driving too, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
good. They're gonna have the 65 plus with them, I believe.
Uh-oh. Lots of
Are they going with you guys or a different trip?
It's it's the same time.
Same times, but driving down separately.
Yeah,
Well, I
They're
figured
driving down with a lot of people, and we're just driving down with just
well, the
Mhm.
four of us.
just us four.
Right.
I think it'd be too stressful to try to
Oh,
go down and meet people up and try to, are they behind us?
Right. No, no, no.
Yeah.
follow
See you when you get
I
there.
just wondered if you were like having a get together, like once you got there, or like family time.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we're meeting up down there, but I am not following anybody down or having anybody
No.
follow me for 22 hours.
Yeah, it'd be too
That would
stressful
just-
because
Way
I know Avery will fixate on it, and he'll constantly be looking back to see if there's a car
Yeah,
behind
that would
him.
definitely.
He would just totally stress out about it,
He'll be
Gotcha.
worried
and
about
he'd be
them the
yelling at you
entire
if
way.
he can't see. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Oh
can't happen.
no! Yeah, no way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll stress him out.
But so in other words, well, for the kids, right?
Mm.
Obviously they have their tablets, they have their
Unlike
DVD
Jim,
players.
when he right,
Yeah,
they'll have DVD
and
players, they have
they have
tablets,
seatbelts.
DS. Yes, we have.
It's the law.
I remember those days riding in the back of pickup trucks.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
a bunch of us in the back of the pickup
Yeah.
trucks on the highway with just
Yeah.
free.
Yeah,
That's
it's
insane.
crazy.
Looking back at it now is
It's
insane.
true. I remember
Ah.
the back of our station
We were-
wagon growing up.
We
all
made it
wanted-
out just
We
fine.
want to
See,
sit in the way
Yeah.
back.
some of us were on top of the cars and stuff.
Back of the pickup truck.
Welcome the Mickey Bunch is here.
Thank you,
Hey, guys.
Bunch. Welcome.
So
Welcome in.
yeah, so we figured all electronics, all
And
battery
snacks. Oh, they need
chargers.
snacks. They need snacks.
Yes.
Lots of snacks.
Yeah.
We need
Mm,
snacks.
snacks.
So
It helps
limit
you
on the liquid though.
candy, snacks, anything that keeps you moving so that you don't fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we do the coffee and chocolate, and the kids have no caffeine whatsoever. We'll give them a small cup of water, and they have to sip on it.
No pee.
No extra bathroom break.
Now some Benadryl in blood also.
Yeah. Put a little bit of whiskey in their drink.
Cold medicine.
Benadryl.
Yeah, that's funny.
NyQuil.
Yeah.
Just thought of that. Yes, next trip. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you
Maybe-
got it.
Yeah, I figured we'll do all the electronics.
Yeah, I usually sleep while I drive.
Keep one eye open.
And then for Christmas, I got Sophie.
Oh yeah, you got.
It's the license plate. It's like a little packet that you put the stickers in. If you see the license plate,
Oh, neat.
put it. So I figured that's a
card game.
fun activity because I don't know. I used to like doing stuff when we did long trips with my
Mhm.
parents.
She's gonna be 16 though.
But she's
Yeah, we did those things when we were kids. Yeah. Card
but
games.
it gives them something to. Well, worst case, I'll be doing it because
It's really just
Whatever keeps you awake.
Yeah, we made sure that our son had. We let him rent whatever movies he was interested in. So he had movies the entire car trip, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So, and then when we get there, we get him some new movies. So he was good. My daughter has her own set of shows that she enjoys watching. As it turned out, I think she was just she likes the car ride.
Oh,
Yeah.
She did so much better than we expected.
Oh,
She just liked looking out the window. So it was great. But yeah, having those devices is it's wonderful. Say what you will,
Yeah.
but they're wonderful for a car trip.
Yeah,
yeah.
we use them for the plane even.
Oh yeah, we do.
Avery brings on his DVD player and
Yeah.
he's very, very manageable on
I
the
think
plane.
I think our biggest challenge is to make sure we keep charging.
Mhm.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
have enough
Back up
ports
we
and
need to get-
Yeah, I
batteries.
wish we had a charger for ourselves.
I know,
Recharge.
right?
I know.
I know it.
Plug it into the car.
Yeah.
Backup battery, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that'd be part of our list to pick up is more chargers, and we always have to constantly have one in.
Well, yeah, or,
You know.
or we'll need one of those. We can plug 3 things into one charger.
Oh, yeah, the
Your
backup.
car. We're taking your car. That has a USB port. So
Okay.
or a couple of them. So it should,
Yeah,
it should
we'll have
be
to get
okay.
some stuff like that. Okay.
All right. I guess. All right, guys. For the people who go down 95, is south of the border still there?
It sure is.
Yeah.
The sign.
It's really cool at night.
There's any
Well,
cars
We
there.
never stopped though.
We've
No, we
never
never
stopped, but it's really lit up at night. The giant sombrero right there is.
Was it Chili?
It's still there. Yep, you start seeing signs for that about 100 miles out.
There's less
Yeah,
signs.
that's
There was
cool.
more signs before. I remember there's like one every mile
It
almost.
seems
Yeah.
like it. It
but
seems
now
like.
it's less, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you'll see them. They'll be like
You'll see.
south of the border, 50 miles. South of the border, 40 miles, 30. You'll still see a lot of signs, but not quite as many. You're right,
I
Meredith.
think that'll be fun for the kids to see that because we liked it. Even we liked it when we
Remember
drove
the
down.
remember the signs? Yeah, I think we stopped in there once. Is it a fireworks place or just a
It was
gift shop?
we did a restaurant.
Well, they have tons of stuff. It's like a little town almost. It looks
Right.
it's really neat at night. It's really neat at night. It's really lit up.
I'm not gonna stop there for
I think we
rides and
stopped
stuff.
and we ate there, and then remember we took some Dramamine, and then our stomachs were killing us.
No, we didn't take Dramamine. I took.
I took Dramamine.
They used to have.
You took something.
Caffeine in tablet form.
No dose.
Yeah, something like that. I took. That,
Oh, yeah.
that killed my stomach. It was like.
I didn't know if it
Oh,
was
no.
the.
I have
the-
caffeine in can
Never-
form.
Yeah, that's what I stick to now. But yeah, I remember
Do that no dose. No way.
Yeah.
burned a hole in my stomach.
We definitely gonna bring a
Okay.
cooler with drinks and snacks.
Kenley.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
definitely gonna do that too.
So when we usually get down there, we'll go to Winn-Dixie or we order the garden grocer for the room.
Yeah.
We're planning on doing our grocery shopping for everything that's not refrigerated
Right.
up
Mhm.
here and just bringing it down with us. That way-
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smart.
We'll do
So like
that.
even just like our fabric softeners and
Oh, yeah.
our,
We always
our
do that.
laundry detergent,
Yeah,
because it's
that
so
should be-
expensive down near
Yeah, it
Disney
is.
to get
We
just
bring-
those two items.
We bring the washer and the dryer.
Tie it to
Put
the
'em on
top of the bar.
We usually bring a case of water, Pepsi because they don't have Pepsi at Disney, and
Yes.
we'll bring
Probably a good thing they don't have it because I'd probably never leave if they had Pepsi.
I bring like protein bars or granola bars for the morning, stuff like that.
We'll probably put like a case of water in the car.
Yeah.
We can
Absolutely.
bring water, Propel, or a Gatorade. That's what we use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sophie's Gatorade. Sophie only drinks Gatorade and milk, so we'll be bringing a lot of Gatorade for her.
Yeah, we had like so many bottles of stuff last time.
Yeah.
I mean, we had like 80 bottles of water. We had like 30 or 40 bottles of Gatorade. Talking like the small
Right.
ones,
The
but,
small
Yeah.
ones, yeah.
but it was like, 'cause again, we know that
And you got little
there's
things
4
to
of us,
spray.
there's
Yeah.
like probably go through 8 a day over
Yeah.
16 days
Yeah.
or whatever, 14 days.
Yeah, because we would bring a bottle for each of us to go in the park. So there's 4 bottles, and then if we take a break, we load it back up. So we're doing like 8 bottles.
8 bottles a
It
day,
would
yeah.
save a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
$4 a
You
bottle.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
$5
ridiculous.
a cart.
Well, more than anything else, if there's one advantage, I don't know if this was a question you had coming up, but if there's one advantage to driving more than anything else is you definitely I think we feel you save a lot of money.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
You
the
figure
plan.
4 people at possibly $300 to $400 a person flying. That's $1,200,
Yeah.
$1,400
At the
bucks.
most, maybe that's
Yeah.
You're
on
not
the
you're
high
not
side,
gonna you're not gonna spend that driving in gas or whatever usually. So you're definitely saving money by driving,
Right.
for sure. If you can
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
And
So
you
that's the
Car when you're
plan.
down there too. You don't have to rent a car. You have your own.
Yes.
Right.
That's the other
Yeah.
thing too. Now, if you're staying on Disney property and you tend to stay on property, then the car isn't necessarily needed in that respect because you have all the complimentary transportation. But if you're going to go off property, like us, the last couple trips, we've been
Yeah.
staying with our son in his apartment, and he's about 25 miles from Disney. So the cars come in handy for sure.
Yeah. And now that we've had the freedom of having the car, I never thought I'd care. I actually like it because even the first time we went down, we were at a DVC resort. We stayed on property, but the resort was so big, like just to get to where the main lobby area was in the store, we could have never walked. So having the car to get up there if we needed to get something was actually great because you had to, the buses took 1,000 stops. I'm like, this is crazy. And since we're DVC and pass holders now, we can park anywhere for free. So we're not having to pay that extra fee for having the car either to park, which that makes a big difference too, because that can get costly. So, that's something to think about.
Yeah.
It's more convenient to drive to the parks than take the bus because the bus is very long, especially at the end of the night.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. If you're there for a Christmas party, a Halloween party, or something like that, where you're going to stay to the end of the night, it might be a good idea to take the car because then it's more. You don't have to wait in the lines for the buses or the ferry or the this, that. You just go to your car and off you go.
And then be the last one on the bus where you're standing the whole way to the furthest resort away and you're going to die.
Yeah, we've always rented a car, and we've always certain parks we've always driven to, just because it's so much easier to get out of.
We've always rented the car, and one of the reasons is because Avery was always had medical issues.
Oh, right.
So we were always wanted the car, so if we have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we just got into a habit, and we liked that.
Yeah, we always go to Universal, though, too, and we always go down, and a lot of times we go down to Venice, too. So Venice is a 2-hour drive each way. So.
What's Universal? Never heard of that place.
Yeah, we haven't done it in 2 years, so
we've been here longer. We haven't been to Universal.
Jim, do you go to Universal?
I haven't been since 2013.
Wow.
I want to say maybe that's the last time we were there.
It's been a while.
Yeah. We're planning to go down.
You guys go every year, right?
Yeah, we go every year. We split stay. At Christmas time, we just went one day to Universal.
Right.
We had the annual
You don't
pass.
always need a lot of days.
Well, and they're so close. Like, you could stay on Disney property, and with your car, Charlie, you're 10 minutes from Universal. I mean, it's really not that far from Disney.
That's what we did. We just
that's what we do.
Property, but
yeah, because we get the annual passes for Universal and for Disney.
Oh, okay.
Look at you.
Nice.
So we do 2 days.
Because we get 2 years out of it. Don't forget too.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
We go August and then we go the following July. So we get it works out being down there for 2
Sure.
weeks.
Hopefully, when we renew our passes, hopefully we get 3 trips.
Yeah, we're hoping to sneak in.
We're hoping to do 3 trips.
August, November, but then maybe a flower and garden in the spring and then July. So
4 trips.
that's what we're hoping. But we'll
Wow.
see.
Sounds good to me.
I know.
All right, so we gotta be mindful of the time.
We got
So one of your questions, I don't know if it was my question, your question, I can't remember. Is there any places that we should avoid? Have you guys stopped anywhere that was a little scary?
No, just avoid Virginia. I'm just kidding.
He's seeing
Altogether,
Virginia.
if you can just find a way to skip that altogether, the trip
You
would be
can stay
great.
both on the
And
way
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
And stay in a hotel
No,
that you
but
know.
I will tell you where to stop. There's a little rest stop on the way down. Meredith, I don't know if you guys saw it on the way or not. Jim, it's called Kenley. It's called Kenley.
Kenley 90.
Kenley?
Kenley 95. It's really a neat.
It's in North Carolina.
It's in North Carolina. It's really neat. It's a neat looking place inside. It's definitely
It's a fun rest.
It's a fun rest stop. It's got some unique stuff in there for sure.
No, I don't think it was. We stopped at the Oasis one. There's a Dunkin' Donuts and it's a nice clean bathroom. They have like 10 bathroom stalls, the ladies' room. So
it's very clean and
very clean.
Yeah.
Kenley's got like trucks inside of it. It's in this giant building and it's got like Mack trucks in there. Anything you want to buy, it's in there.
A little bit of everything. In
I mean,
the
a
store.
little bit of
Huge.
everything.
It's
It's got a Pizza Hut in there, a Wendy's in there, a couple other things, and it's got everything. You need a steering wheel? You need a steering wheel?
But it's,
I think they had some guns in it.
Oh yeah.
Arrows.
You're looking for a 6-shooter?
Yeah, we went in there. It was so funny. We were cracking up. So we stopped. We make an effort to stop there every time.
Elvis is in there.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Not left the building.
It was he hadn't left it. Well, they hadn't announced it yet anyway. It was nice.
It's fun.
It's different, yeah.
I like how you call it a 6-shooter. 6
Yeah.
Well, before we leave to
That's my Lone
drive,
Ranger coming out.
we'll have to
Well
check
done.
with Jim to see if he needs a new steering wheel.
Yeah, if you need like a fender, if your rear bumper isn't in good shape, they got those too.
I thought my steering wheels were fine, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to go check now.
Yeah, see, you might need one.
It makes me want to get one for Stacy just for her to hold it up. Mess everyone up.
Backseat driver, real backseat driver. There you go.
Everybody.
You're a
All right,
backseat driver in
that's
the
a must do.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last time that we drove, we had a AAA triptych, and that's what we would
Okay.
follow.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those things?
I remember those. Yep.
So they don't do that anymore, I don't believe. So what are we going to use? We're going to use.
Do you guys trust Waze at all? Do you use Waze?
Yes.
We use Waze.
Yes.
Mhm.
Is it?
We use Google Maps.
No
We
worries.
plug it into the phone, we have a navigation system in the car, but we use
We do
it
too, but I don't like ours.
kind of see which one has the shorter time on it.
Yeah, we do that
Yeah,
too.
we use the moon.
These
We
are
watch the moon
Stars,
and the
the
solar
stars.
With a sundial.
sundials.
That's
usually
old
what we
school, like the cowboys used to do with their 6
use.
shooters.
Yeah. Or the different types of roadkill. We'll know if it's a skunk, we're probably in North Carolina. If it's a deer, we're probably in South Carolina. If it's a fox, we've gotten to Georgia. So
Yeah,
Yeah, this is good.
yeah. There's a
We
lot
pay
of
attention.
armadillos in Florida, I think.
yes, exactly. See,
The
we see
armadillo?
that, we know we've
I
crossed the
seen
line.
an armadillo at Disney walking on the path at the resort. Armadillo.
Yeah?
Did ya?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And it
cool.
went right into the little thing. And the rabbits all the time. We see rabbits.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We see the
Yes.
rabbits.
Rabbit.
But
Lots
the
of
armadillo was cool.
I know they have
Lizards.
their animatronics everywhere. At Disney World. They're like the
So
best.
immersive.
It is, isn't it? They're so lifelike.
It's wonderful.
little lizards, especially.
Oh, I hate the lizards.
They're always just darting out in front
They're
of you.
everywhere. I'm
Two
afraid
fell on
of
my
them.
head in the summertime when I was waiting in line for the safari. 2 fell on my head. I'm lucky I didn't swear. I said, "Oh my
Oh
god!"
my god. I would have
Oh my
screamed.
Yeah, I screamed, but luckily I didn't swear.
They probably wouldn't stop me.
I have no filter.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Carlos uses Google Maps too. Whoops. Where'd he go? It jumped. There it is.
Yeah.
Google Maps. So we're able to do that? We just query it on our phone and
Russ said
then
it
plug
stayed
it
like
in?
2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes there's big wrecks and you have to go around. So yeah.
So Google Maps, I take it as the exact same thing as Waze. It will talk to you and
Does it talk?
tell you.
Waze is, correct me if I'm wrong, my wife uses it more than I do, but Waze is fed by users. They'll update traffic
Yes.
conditions and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one that
Yeah,
says
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
cars.
Yeah, on the shoulder.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I keep looking, but there's never a car on the shoulder.
I know, because
Oh,
what does
that's
it always
something.
say? Whatever ahead, like,
Yeah.
and it makes it sound like it's something horrible.
Landmine ahead.
No, no.
Oh,
It's
man.
always like making it sound like
Wasn't it a landmine? You sure?
No,
Landmine, I have.
Oh, land shark. That's what it was.
No.
Land shark.
baby shark. Baby shark.
Oh, that's fun.
You never know. He might have a Sharknado come through.
Sharknado.
It says vehicle stopped on the side of the road ahead, and you'll go for 10 miles, and there'll be no road.
No.
We've had
Oh,
experience.
hazard. Hazard reported ahead.
Hazard reported
And it
ahead.
makes it think like, yeah, it does make you think there's a landmine in the road, but it's just a car that's pulled over, or
Yeah,
maybe a
that's
trash bag that's
Yeah.
full of
Yeah.
So Google Maps,
Traffic does
does
go by.
Google Maps
Tumbleweed.
talk though?
What?
What's that?
Does Google Maps talk to you like a GPS, or is it just?
Yes.
Yes.
It does
Yes.
talk? Okay.
Oh, cool. So that's another option besides Waze, Google Maps.
Yeah.
And it will show you, Google Maps will show you, it'll turn the roadway red if traffic is
Yes.
Yeah.
thick.
Waze will
stuff
do
like
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll
Okay,
tell you
it does
what
indicate.
exit to get off to avoid the
Yeah. Yeah, you can do detours.
Of course,
But it
that
doesn't
doesn't do you any good coming home.
back roads, but it's faster. You save 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell you if there's a landmine though.
No.
No, it doesn't.
We got to.
So hopefully you won't run into any.
We need to take a second break here
Oh, yes.
because Meredith has not picked a date.
Oh,
We have all of our guests, whoever's on our show. You need to pick a date on when you think the Tron ride is going to be opening. So,
I want to change mine to the date they announce it.
Hold on, I gotta draw my line.
well, what does everyone have? I don't know what to do.
Oh, it's cheating.
Yeah, because we
Say
know.
something else.
I don't even remember what I picked at this point.
I don't know. Well, I don't think it's 2020.
let's see. Melissa, you picked June 16th, 2042. No.
What a
I'm not even
guess.
going to go around for that one, probably. Oh, well, wait a minute.
She's not very good
Well,
at
I can't go on it then.
Second. I don't know if you guys can see it up here.
22 years, man.
Second. Jim picked December.
Go full screen,
2nd.
Charlie. Go full screen.
I'll go full screen.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yay!
There we are.
I'm
We're the
gonna-
ghost
The
hosts.
microphone's in the way. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, we got it.
There
Can
you
you
go.
see?
All right.
So people are picking between 2020. The earliest in 2020. Is
I said 2019, didn't I?
No.
No.
It's a joke.
I don't know.
It's a
Yeah.
joke.
I'm like, no.
No.
So the earliest is D&G. They both picked September of 2020. And the latest
They are very hopeful.
is
It's like July.
Lucky Minute.
July.
No.
No, September,
Amanda.
yeah.
Oh, Amanda.
September 5th, 2021.
Ooh.
No, that might not be a lucky minute.
They're now all the poster is done. They just have to build the outside building. So I don't
What do
know.
you think?
I don't know. I'm gonna say December 2020. December. I don't know. 7th. I'm gonna put there. I don't know. I don't even know what.
2020?
This year?
December 7th, 2020.
All right.
I don't know.
Day that will live in infamy.
Is there
December 7th.
Oh yeah.
1941.
See? Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Dreamer Deborah. I can't talk.
Dreamer Deborah, welcome.
Yes.
Here. Welcome, Dreamer Deborah. Wow, this time has flew by.
We're having
I
fun.
know. Is there any wisdom that you guys can give us
Any
that
hot
we haven't talked about?
any hot tips that you want to
We
let
can
us
go
know
around. We'll go around.
before we get to D&G Explorers at 8:00.
So we can do Jim.
Anybody? Yeah. Anybody want to shout out any hot tips?
Sure. Fly. No,
Thank you for coming, everybody, because that's exactly right.
That's the best.
No, it is what it is. I mean, you're driving on the expressway. You're at the mercy of traffic. I can't speak right now, but just be safe. That's bottom line. Be safe. You'll get there eventually. I know it's all very exciting. I say that we have the luxury of when we finally get to Florida, we can sleep in our own beds. That's really nice. So it was fun to listen to you guys talk about what you do when you get here, whether you take a nap or whatever you do. That reminds me, we had stayed at Fort Wilderness a couple of times when I was a kid, and I've said this before. Fort Wilderness is my favorite resort at Walt Disney World, and if you ever stay at Fort Wilderness, after you drive, where am I going with this? There's so much to do there. We once spent a weekend at Fort Wilderness without ever going to the parks. So your stories about catching a nap or going to Disney Springs, that's what we did at Fort Wilderness. We just enjoyed the resort. So perhaps enjoying the resort when you first get there, because that's all still new and fun. And have you been there since they've remodeled Pop Century?
No.
Yeah. So
We've
You'll
seen
have some-
videos, but we have not seen
We
it.
just stayed at Pop Century this last trip.
Nice.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah.
For a couple days.
Is it much better?
Yep. My advice is if you have, do you have an Easy Pass for the
Yes.
tolls?
Do we have
Yes.
the pass? We have the
Easy
pass.
Pass?
Right?
Oh, for tolls, yeah, we have Easy Pass.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
That's
you
easy.
need. Yeah, the transponder, because it gets you all the way through to Virginia, not Florida, but it will get you all the way through Virginia, so you don't have to stay in the long pay cash
okay.
line. So
Oh, that's funny. We never had tolls. I-75 doesn't have tolls.
Really?
Yeah, that wouldn't have occurred to me.
time saver. It's a time saver.
And then past, you said it gets you to Virginia, and then past Virginia, there's no more
Yeah,
tolls?
there's no. I don't think
There
there's
really aren't any.
Darn it.
Okay.
No.
There are none.
Florida
No, which is nice.
holds the tolls, but it doesn't work for Florida. But they do your plate, so
They'll send you a bill.
yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
It takes a while. We just got our bill for our trip in August. I think we got our bill in November.
Yep. So we'll have to
So
put the
it
house
takes
up for sale to pay for it.
It took a while. It was like $5, you know. I'm like, okay,
Yeah. I
I
remember.
paid
Oh,
one
that's
and then I got one
good.
the next day. I'm like, really? I just paid it.
right?
Another one. It's like you
Yeah.
guys both the same day.
It's like when you forget all about it, that's when you get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will
Sorry,
say-
put that down.
I'll say this. Know the areas pretty well. So try to get to like Virginia, which is horrendous. Stay away from that area if you can around rush hour. You don't want to be I'll give you an idea. We went from Florida to Virginia in 10 hours.
Yeah.
He was making good time.
We were booking it.
Yep.
I was 70 miles from home, from DC to where I live. It took me 3 hours from that time.
Oh,
For 70 miles. We hit rush hour at the wrong time. I thought I timed it right, but the rush hour started early, but like 2:30, and I thought, oh, we're good.
It was a holiday or something.
It was a holiday weekend.
Yeah,
Try to miss those times. If you can go through, if you can go through DC 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, because when we left, we did it.
Yeah,
We
it
didn't
wasn't
hit
bad.
anything. Try to think about those little areas where there's a lot of traffic, and if you can finagle it to miss those times,
Yep.
it's going to really help to make the trip that much more comfortable and easier for sure.
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Well, if we're leaving probably around 7 p.m., I think that'll get us way through Baltimore in the wee hours
Oh,
in
yeah.
the morning.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
And that's kind of
hopefully
what we
through
did.
New York and all those trouble areas.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We hit traffic on that.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do construction at night too, so you have to factor that in too.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
One lane in some places. That a lot.
But it's a pretty great. I think Meredith's right. Once you're past Northern Virginia,
It's pretty smooth.
it's smooth. It's cake. It really is.
Except for the people that don't move out of the fast lane.
Yay! Finally,
my
somebody's on my
gosh.
page. There you go.
It drives him crazy.
I'm like,
Get
get over.
over.
That's what I said. I'm like, you can go as slow as you want.
In that
I
lane.
don't mind. Can you do it in that lane?
He gets so
They stay
mad.
there and they go the same speed as the other. I'm like, oh, you're big train behind
He makes
Yeah,
sound.
True. You don't know how to drive.
I used to make the sounds, remember?
Ron's like revving the car.
We have fun, can you tell?
Oh my god. Nobody uses traffic signals ever.
Yeah.
I had a guy today who's coming from work. He went over, then put his signal on. I'm like, I figured it out. Halfway over, he put on his signal. I'm like, thanks.
All right, guys. Just to we have 2 minutes. I wanted to make sure I do some housekeeping.
Yeah.
D&G Explorers on at 8 o'clock. They're doing their Disneyland stream. They're going to be on with Ben from Pepper Tree Villa.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out More Sunshine, Please. 7:30 Tuesdays. Check out Jim's Tuesday show.
Thanks.
They're very fun. This and That is on at 9 o'clock. I think they're playing mini golf tonight. I'm not sure. They're down in Disney World.
Oh, I was gonna
So,
say all
mid-
our mini golf.
They're down in Disney World. And then This Life of Ours, I think they're on at 10, but I think they might have changed it to 7. But if they're still on at 10, go check out This Life of Ours.
Mhm.
Don't forget to check out Dean at theliveplace.com. He did a new vlog last night, live stream / vlog.
Yeah.
He had some parts of it. I actually was in the first 2 minutes of it. That's where we missed it.
Oh,
in the
okay.
beginning. So I
We
did
missed
some
it.
voiceover work on that one. I think it was me and Rob.
We'll
on
have to
that
add
one.
that to your resume.
That was funny, yeah. voiceover work for Dean.
Add that to your portfolio.
Yeah. Five Foolish Mortals is coming on. We're going to be on Ben's channel on January 25th.
Pepper Tree Villa.
5 p.m. Yes. So Pepper Tree Villa. Oh, there you go, Jim. Let me put.
No, I wasn't paying attention earlier. I've got one for the live place too.
There you go. Look at that.
That's fun.
There it is.
Awesome.
And it's trivia. Is that what you guys are doing? Trivia?
Yeah, of some sort. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We've got
Yeah.
time to figure it
I
out.
think they're doing some type of game, right? And
Mhm.
and then the Duphily crew tomorrow at 9 p.m. Thursday, right?
Are you doing your haul?
No, we're gonna do a haul. I think we're gonna do our tips for the Rise of the Resistance. I think.
Oh,
what
very
Oh,
we did.
Okay.
they would need 5. They would need 5 hours to do their haul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the whole hallway is full of bags.
You guys bring home more stuff. It's so awesome. It's like you have your own warehouse.
Yeah. Oh, you can behind me. I got more popcorn.
That's the benefit of driving.
Yep.
I have no room.
That's true too.
Yeah, that's a benefit of driving. Yep.
Absolutely.
And then Mouse Talk on Tuesdays, 8 o'clock. Their new super spectacular show called Desanity. Is that what it is?
Yep.
So far,
That was a typo last night. I didn't mean to write this. Desan
It's
Nutty.
nutty.
just nutty.
Like,
Well,
what are
I
you
did- I
trying
tried
to
to
say?
remove it, but it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me remove it. I was going to try to. But there, you're at 8 o'clock, and you're a 90-minute show now, right?
So far, we're kind of a 76-minute show this week.
That's the spirit.
When we heard people yawning in the background, we were like, it's time to go.
It's gonna be an awesome show.
Yeah.
It was fun.
We enjoyed it.
We love the room.
Yeah.
We actually have one of our rooms in our house is that exact same
Oh, really?
blue
Yeah.
and white. We
Yeah,
love it.
It's my favorite. Well, I don't say it's my favorite room because it's
I know it's probably our favorite.
It's-
Yeah.
it's my favorite colored room in the house.
Yes. My favorite room is with everyone you're in.
Oh.
You want to do that again? Let's do that again. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Everybody in the chats, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We know you have a bunch of choices, a lot of better choices, and you still come and watch us. And so much appreciated. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys for being our guests.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Jim, Meredith, Walt,
Thanks for having
Melissa.
us.
Check
On
out
me.
their channels, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
We will see you next week. Go check out the NG Explorers and tell them the Disney Nerd Herder sent you. All right, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And when it stops.